Calendar Boys.
All right. It's a very special day today, everyone. It is the 25th of April. Sense of Smell Day.
Sense of Smell Day. Finally, these noses are getting the respect they deserve.
It's such a good sense. Like, you think everyone talks about the eyeball. Back when I did psychology, the textbook had a section like this on vision, and then you got over to like the last paragraph. It's and then there's smell.
Yeah.
It does what it says on the box. It sniff stuff.
No one. I'm not hearing anyone talking about smell. I'm not seeing any hashtags related to it. 2020, no one's talked to me about their favorite smells.
But like, it's fundamental to us existing. Like, you walk down to the shops, and you smell the baker and the flowers, and like, unconsciously you can smell when people you know are around. That's true.
I'm starting to realize why people don't talk about smell.
Because it's a little bit confronting that you can smell fear and disgust on other people.
Yes, that.
And when you tell people that, you can smell, I smell disgust.
The only
Gross.
the only time I want to hear about smelling any emotion is when you're like, I don't know, I haven't seen The Witcher, but I assume The Witcher walks into like a cavern and is like, I smell fear and disgust in here.
Yeah. And then he says, you can smell fear and disgust through sweat and then experience the same emotions, according to a 2012 study published in the journal Psychological Science. A quote from The Witcher.
I love the section of The Witcher. I love Geralt's stink facts that he just busts out all the time.
He's always busting out specifically stink facts. He's just like, there's he flat a goblin or whatever he fights, and he's just like, smell is the oldest sense. Chemo detecting chemicals related to our smell and taste is the most ancient sense. And they're just like, yeah.
It's also like, that's, I mean, do you reckon that like the leading line in the RPG games is a stink that the character is following? Like, that like glowing
Probably.
line?
Yeah.
That guides you through the world?
He's got an excellent sense of smell. Like, he's got bright yellow eyes, but you can't see, but he's got bright yellow insides of his nose as well. Like, they're the enhanced senses. Yellow tongue? Or all his touch senses better? No, it's just his nose.
Yeah, and I mean, and if we're thinking of other characters as well, we know Dracula uses stink a lot, but what about Sherlock Holmes? Does Sherlock Holmes use smell in his detective work?
Well, isn't that... It's not a magnifying glass, it's a smell-nifying glass. He's just walking around going... Well, he walks around with the magnifying glass in how we portray it, but in the original books, in the Conan Doyle books, it's a big tube. like a drinking horn, but it has the end cut out and he just sniffs along the floor.
I mean, there is an official like smell amplifier that some government agencies use.
I think the character had a cocaine habit, so that's actually very on point for
yeah, they call it
Sherlock Holmes, I guess.
There's a device called a nasal ranger.
What is a nasal ranger? Is that a role? Is that a job? Or
it was made by
device?
St. Croix Sensory. Uses the science of olfactometry to measure the strength of smells. The generic name for the device is a field olfactometer.
I like it. So wait, that's like a simulated. Like, you don't need to smell things when you have that.
No, you can smell
to the
things.
Witcher level, or is this just the normal level?
It's so that you can smell things from far away.
Oh, it's like, wow, it's like that Futurama episode. It's a real device.
Yeah, kinda.
Like smelling the planets across the solar system. Probably not quite that good, but it's the parody like version to that giant laboratory version that will later exist, where you can sniff across the cosmos.
Yeah, I would encourage people to look this. You know what? I'll put it on the screen. If I'll let Zeb talk for a little bit, I'll get it. But you can learn all about it if you go to the History Channel's program Modern Marvels, an episode titled "Stink."
I am genuinely curious about this device.
Yeah, can you give me some smell facts? I'll get a picture of the device up for everyone.
Yeah. Did you know people can smell at least 1 trillion distinct scents? That's a lot. That's too many. I mean, I don't think I've smelled that many. We also have your brain cells. Most of your cells in your body, they change constantly. You're just constantly shedding your human bits all the time, but not the brain. And in the nose, and all your senses are just located on your brain. Its brain cells are the only brain cells that change because the rest of your brain cells don't. You just got those for life. But your nose ones, because they're getting hit with particles and exploding all the time, we're constantly creating new brain cells there at the nose. That's fun. Everyone agrees that's a fun fact.
Yeah. So if you look on Zeb's side of the screen, you'll see that I've replaced his head with the head of the smell man who's using that. That's what it looks like. Zeb, do you want to look up?
I'm the smell man.
Do you want to search Nasal Ranger? You'll see what I'm talking about. I've taken the first result.
I'm assuming it's like a D&D character. Like
it would be an excellent D&D weapon.
Oh man, it's like almost exactly like Futurama.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a real thing.
Even on the Wikipedia thing, people were saying it was like the Futurama thing.
I love how science fiction either leads to or predicts actual futures at its most absurd.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Futurama, the writers knew about this device and they did it. But oftentimes science fiction, it is the other way around.
Yeah, because that seemed like a throwaway gag. It didn't seem like a thing. They went, man, they've got this cop in one of the pictures just with one. Is that what we're gonna have? Like instead of it's like a distance breathalyzer that is like standing on the side of the road with like the speed gun, but just like, oh, that cop just sniffed me, gross.
I mean, I think the main use
violated by this device actually.
Yeah, I think the main use for the Nasal Ranger is to detect weed. So.
Like weed, like the drug, or just weeds?
No, the drug. It'd be good if it was for detecting
it's mainly
weeds.
A cop device.
Yeah. It's a device of oppression. But the good thing about it is it exists, and maybe we can find better uses for it. What could let's say? So you say we can tell if people are attractive based on their smell, subconsciously.
Yeah, apparently.
Can we tell if people? Can we tell if our I
should explain that point real quick.
You should.
There was a study where they got, I think it was they got men to run women rated their attractiveness from 1 to 10, all that, and they put that in a box. Then they got men to run on treadmills and sweat, and then they would smell the sweaty shirt, and they would be able to accurately to make a judgment on who was attractive and who wasn't, and it aligned with their visual judgments. In short, you could sniff how hot someone is.
Yeah, based on this one, this study. I'm sure other people have done the study as well, but based on the study, I'm going to extrapolate that into my joke. Let's say we have an office space. Can I use this? Is there other things we can smell without realizing it? Can we smell when someone is getting that report done, or if they're sort of being a little lazy about it?
Well, you could smell anxiety. So if someone's procrastinating, you could probably detect that.
Your manager is your manager is sitting across the office, standing with the Nasal Ranger, sniffing in each individual person for anxiety.
I'm just imagining it's like a scene in a movie or show. It's they put on the thing, I smell procrastination and fear, and it's going around locating it, and then they come in on the protagonist, and they're eating Cheezos, just
yeah, Cheezos are the center.
You smell like you're the center of procrastination.
Yeah. All right.
I smell fear and cheese. Someone isn't working in this office.
All right, we're running over time. How do we celebrate Sense of Smell Day?
Go sniff your neighbor.
Inadvisable.
From
Inadvisable. Don't do that.
From afar.
From a safe social distance, I
smell
guess.
with everyone. Oh yeah, well, 2 meters.
Okay, all right. We'll see you. This has been Calendar Boys. We'll see you tomorrow. Any closing thoughts, Seb?
Good luck.
Good luck. We're counting. The nation is counting on you.